Welcome back for take 2 for a Yin Yoga practice for increasing hip and leg flexibility and releasing your low back. I will allow for silence in the poses to experience the meditative quality of the Yin practice. On an energetic level, these poses stimulate the liver, kidney and gallbladder meridians and the root and sacral chakras. We will be holding each pose for about 2 to 3 minutes. Come to a comfortable seated position and close your eyes. Rest your hands in your lap or on your knees, wherever's comfortable. Roll the shoulders up, down and back. And feel grounded in your seat as you allow the inhalation to lengthen the spine, drawing the crown of the head upward, and the exhalation to relax the body and bring a calm sense to the mind. Whatever's happened in your day thus far, release that and start to focus on your breath as it moves in and out through the nose. Bringing your awareness now to your body, any sensations you're feeling in the body, any areas of tightness, of tension or discomfort. Just notice. And finally, the mind itself and the quality of your thoughts, your emotions, how you're feeling right now. Using these 3 points of awareness, the breath, the body and the mind, to keep your focus and concentration present and aware. Each time your mind wanders into the past or the future, into storytelling, bring it back to the breath and whatever you're feeling in the body. Relax the legs, relax the neck and the shoulder muscles. Notice how your breath naturally deepens. Now take a long deep breath in through the nose. Through the nose, a long deep breath out. Gently opening the eyes, and we're ready to move into our next pose, which is butterfly. Bring the soles of your feet together. You can sit up on a cushion to raise your hips if that's more comfortable, and decide how close you want your feet to your groin. And then, as is the Yin practice, we're going to allow the back to relax and round as we walk the hands gently forwards. Rest your head and your neck, close your eyes and relax. This is going to bring hip flexibility, stretch into the inner groin and help the low back to release. We'll hold here, as all the poses, for about 2 minutes, and I'm going to be quiet for you in the poses, so you can be with yourself more deeply and turn your focus more inward. On your next inhalation, use your hands and your breath to gently bring the spine back upright. And we'll move straight into our next pose, which is straddle. So open your legs out as wide as is comfortable for you. You can use your hands to bring your legs out, gently flexing the feet. Lift up tall through the spine to begin with, and then start to walk forwards to your own degree. Maybe coming down to the forearms. Just see how you go in the pose. See how it feels as you stretch more deeply in the inner thighs, improving lower body flexibility, and again decompressing the spine and releasing the low back. Concentrate on your breath as you hold. On your next inhalation, gently walk your spine back upright. Hold underneath your knees. Bring your legs and knees together. Wrap your arms around, holding on to opposite knees. And just let your body release the pose. You can relax your head down. Releasing the inner thighs. Moving into our next pose. Come to a tabletop position, and we'll be moving into Swan pose. So you can bring your knees underneath your hips and your wrists underneath your shoulders. And you're going to be bringing your right knee forwards behind your right wrist. Turn the shin so the right foot is behind the left wrist. And then start to walk your left leg back until your hips come down to a block or to the ground. If this is too much on your body, you can lean over onto your right side and bend your back knee, making it more like a deer pose. So see where you want to be. And you also have the option to bring your front right shin more parallel with the front edge of your mat. See how that feels. And then you're going to start to come down into the position. The more you press your torso on your front leg, you will deepen the sensation in the body. So this pose is opening the front hip on an outer hip rotation. And you will also feel relief in your low back. So allow your body to release into gravity as we hold here. Moving mindfully now as you inhale, start to come back up, curl the back toes under and slide that right knee back. Coming back to your tabletop position, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Let's take 3 rounds of cat and cow to release the spine. As you inhale, drop the belly, look up, spinal extension. Exhale, round, tuck everything under, pull the navel in, chin to chest. Inhale, open, spinal extension. Exhale, round, spinal flexion, press away from your mat. Last one, inhale and open the chest. Exhale, round, chin to chest. Inhale back to a neutral spine, and we'll do swan on the other side. So slide your left knee forwards, turn the shin, start to walk your right leg back until your hips come down to the ground or a block underneath that left hip if you need to. Remember, you can bend that back knee for deer pose. You're still going to get that outer hip rotation. Or you can bring that front shin more parallel with the front edge of the mat. Try to square your pelvis as best you can. And then you're going to start to bring your torso down over that front leg, feeling a deep stretch into that outer left hip and into the left glute muscles. Relax down and breathe. Slowly now, on your next inhale, start to come back up, curl the back toes behind you, and come back to your tabletop position. Option here to come into downward dog if you find that relaxing. Otherwise, you can just come to a kneeling position. Bending into one knee and the other, stretching through the backs of the legs. Opening the shoulders. Pressing forwards through the hands, strong arms. Gently lower the knees down. And we'll come into our next pose, which is Twisted Dragon. We're going to go deeper into our legs, and we're going to open up the upper body, stretching into the quadricep muscles. So start by stepping your right foot between your hands, walk your left knee back until your hips sink down, and then be on the top of that left foot. You can either stay working here in dragon pose, but for Twisted Dragon and to stretch the quadricep muscles, plant your left hand down, reach back with your right arm as you bend your back leg, catch a hold of your foot, and then you're going to start to lean back with your head and your right shoulder as you gently pull your left heel in towards your seat. Keep your hips sinking low. Breathe. Very carefully release that back leg. Coming back to your tabletop position. We're going to go straight into the other side. So step your left foot between your hands. Walk your right knee back until your hips sink down. Be on the top of your right foot. And you're going to either work here, pushing your hips forwards and down, or for Twisted Dragon, plant your right hand down. Start to bend into the right leg as you catch the right foot behind you with your left hand. Let your hips sink down. Lean back with your head as you open the left shoulder. Close your eyes. It helps with the intensity, and breathe deeply. Gently release the hold of that back leg. Come back to your tabletop position. We'll take a rebound pose in child's pose. So send your hips back, open your knees as wide as is comfortable, and just start to walk your hands forwards until your forehead comes down to the mat. You can keep the elbows lifted or relax the elbows down. We'll take a few breaths here, stretching the back. Releasing into the legs. Carefully lift the head and start to walk back up. We're going to come to lie down now on our back, so move carefully. Keep your knees bent, feet as wide as the mat. Let your knees come in towards each other, hands on your low belly. Just take a few breaths in constructive rest position. Feel your sacrum on the ground. Relax the shoulders. Stay connected to your breath, how you're feeling in the body, particularly around the hips, the inner thighs, and the spine. Moving into our next pose, which is an IT band stretch. Cross your right ankle over your left knee, creating a figure of four shape. And then you're going to bring this whole shape down to the left. You might want to lift and shift your hips to the right for more space, and then lower down the left thigh. The right foot comes down to the ground. You can catch a hold of your right ankle with your left hand, and then reach your right arm out, teeing it out to the side. You're trying to press your right knee up to the ceiling. You can look towards your right hand or keep looking upright, whatever's comfortable. You should feel a deep stretch on the outer right hip, all the way down the outside of that right leg, and you'll probably feel a deep release in the back as well. We're stretching the deep connective tissue that runs outside the leg from the pelvis, and it gets really tight. Concentrate on your breath. Concentrate on what you're feeling in your body. On your next inhale, bring your head back to center. Lightly engage your core muscles to float your knees back up, uncross, and we'll move to the other side. Crossing your left ankle over your right knee. Lift and shift your hips slightly to the left as you bring this shape down to the right. So the right thigh comes down, left foot comes down to the ground or to a block or cushion if you can't quite reach the ground. Holding the left ankle with your right hand. Tee your left arm out to the side. Choose where you want to position your head. Close your eyes down. Feel all the spaces you're creating in the body with every exhalation as you hold and breathe. On your next inhale, engage your core lightly to inhale. Float the knees back up, uncross, center yourself back on your mat and bring your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around, gently compressing the abdomen and rocking side to side, massaging your low back, your sacrum and the sides of your waist. Our final pose before our relaxation is Happy Baby. So open your knees out and you can either stay here holding underneath your knees, or you can bring your feet up to the ceiling, bring your arms inside your knees, hold the outsides of your feet, and with your elbows you're pressing your knees out and pressing down to the ground. Keep your tailbone pressing down on the ground, feel the spine lengthen. And we're stretching deeply into the hips, the inner thighs, and the spine. Close your eyes down and relax. Gently release, bring the knees back into the chest. Notice what you're feeling in your body. Remember the 3 principles of the Yin practice in all the poses is to find your edge without overdoing it, but so you feel enough stretch sensation. Then resolving to stillness, trying not to fidget as you relax into the pose. And the final principle is holding the pose for a length of time that can make a difference and bring flexibility and health to the joints of the body. The fascia, the tendons, stretching more deeply. Release your feet now to the mat, coming back to constructive rest position first. And then we're going to gently extend the legs out into corpse pose, our final resting pose. Open your arms out, palms up. Feel the upper outer arm bones, so the chest remains open. Release the weight of the body on the earth as you relax in the healing energy of Savasana. Gently now, deepen your breathing. Bring some gentle movement back into the body, bending the elbows and the knees. Bring your knees up into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze in, rocking gently until you roll onto your right side. Press yourself up, come back to a seated position on your mat. Try to keep your eyes closed down. Holding on to this meditative state that you've cultivated on your mat. Bring your hands in prayer at your heart center, Anjali Mudra. Notice the quality of your breath. Notice any sensations you're feeling in the body, and notice the quality of your mind, your thoughts, your emotions. Gently bow your head down to your heart with reverence and deep gratitude for your practice. Om Shanti, Shanti, Amen. Bring your thumbs to your third eye center as we bow forwards together and say, Namaste. Thank you for joining me on this practice today. Let me know where you felt it in your body and how you felt after the practice. May your day be filled with peace, with love, and with joy. Namaste.